are 3 2x4x8 cedar. First thing I did, even before I turned on the camera, so I don't mess up my blades, is to pull the staples out of the end. Easiest way to do this is to get a pair of diagonal cutters and just walk them on out. First thing you do, you'll be happy you did. Some screws, and at the end I've got a little surprise, the last part, and that's basically all we need to get started. The angles we're going to use for this, the legs and the other pieces, let's see. We've got 5'10", we want 7 right there. My eyes are not as good as they used to be, so little trick. I'm going to save photo. See, that way I know I'm zeroed right in on my 7. Little trick. And our next 7, a little easier to read. Lock that in. Make some cuts. For me, I find doing the bottom first is the easiest. There's my 6-foot mark. Repeat. This is just all temporary stuff I've got set up here, so I've got to stop. Now that I have the 4 legs cut, I can move the miter over to 45. It's got a detent position, but I'm going to go ahead and lock it in. See if you can see down in there. Okay, so the first order of business, I've got the cutoffs. I want to go ahead and establish. Let's see, I might have to back you up a little bit here so I can operate. It's one of them. For the sides, the measurements I'm going to use, I like even numbers, so I'm going to use centimeters. And they have nice step ups, 24, 36, 48, 60. Easy to remember. Flip it. Do the same with all your other pieces. Some pins. And a clamp to hold these for about an hour. You could do it the other way. Like that if you want to start and bring that up. Just so long as you have a reference. And I just put clamps on it for about an hour. You could leave it overnight if you wanted to, but I just want it to set up enough to hold the joints together and it doesn't fall apart when I go to assemble it here in a little bit. Well, we'll see you in about an hour. Well, I had to take the bottom one apart. It was just too much of a gap. I did it upside down, like I was showing you. That's not how I did my last one. This is the reason I like to use the pin nails, because I can lightly tap, break it apart, pull them out, put new ones in. We'll let this set up. This is part of an old cedar fence picket. Got this one at Home Depot. You can see they mark it so you can't sneak in good ones. And this one we use for the top. We get all the peaks in the center. Some people put the top on a bench. I find that difficult. We'll see how difficult this way is. Can you see that up there? Let me get up. Made a top block just to kind of hold them all together. Don't trip all over my hose. I just want it so I can get started. Just kind of get a rough. Gonna start to attach the shelves. This one's got, the legs are a little bit warped, so I'm going to probably struggle here for a minute getting it started. My first one's coming down to 12 for the top. Normally, that'll spread out more, but for some reason it's not wanting to. Well, that's pretty good right there. If I can just get the screws to go straight in. I'll come in the other sides. I want to do 16 and a half, so I'm going to have to kind of force that down a little bit, I think. Yeah. I like that. Ah, good. What I forgot to show you before I brought it up was I drilled a hole. Instead of turning a top, got this for like less than $9 at Menards. I was going to pull it all the way out, but once you get it down there tight, the screw stays in. So it's just a matter of